everybody. It's Linda G coming to you from sunny Northern California. Fortunately, it's not 110 degrees. I guess Las Vegas got up to 112. So when I said in case I never do another video, I meant that if something happens to me, and these are the last words you hear, please know this, okay? By that, I mean, please know that Biden's gonna win, okay? Okay, so you know why I'm here. I'm here to talk about what happened yesterday. Some of you have written me. I'll have to look past my old videos. You guys are the ones that remind me what I say. And a lot of you said I had predicted an assassination attempt. I don't recall if I said Trump. I was thinking more of it was Biden. But anyway, so this has caused a big rollover and trust the guides, trust the universe, because they're like, yeah, whatever. It's unfortunate a man died that was trying to protect his children. So I have to tell you what they're saying to me, okay? And don't stab the messenger. Just let me get it all out, and then you can come to your own conclusions. I will tell you, this pretty much takes any talks of Biden stepping down off the table, okay? I will tell you that. I think up to 12 Democrats started saying, yeah, he needs to go. It's not going to happen. Did you see how bad that MSNBC and CNN and the New York Times and everybody's losing subscribers? Yeah, you know, we were dedicated, but you start turning on our president, we got a change coming. Okay, so that was shocking though, I will tell you. Somebody said, oh my God, one of you guys sent me the link. And then after that, I got about 300 more links. One of you guys sent me the link, said, oh my God, when I saw Trump's been shot, I was like, what? Okay, so I'm gonna take a look. I have to be careful not putting in what I think, okay? I have to say what the guides think. One of the first things I'm gonna tell you, and I kind of asked them earlier, and I'll throw on it, is I don't believe that was a gunshot to the ear. I think it might have been, like they said, some sort of shrapnel or a piece of the glass or something cut his ear. Because let me tell you, have you seen the bullets for those type of rifles? It would have blown a piece of his ear off. It wouldn't have just given him a little cut. And ears are very like your skin on your face. You bleed like a stuck pig. Okay, so that I'll tell you. I don't think, and I think they'll come out with this and tell the American people, actually, he was hit with a piece of shrapnel. And may I say, if you notice, the doctors aren't coming out to say this because he's not allowing them. He wants everybody to think he got skimmed by a bullet. Mr. What was he said he didn't want to he was bone spurs. You know, this man who couldn't serve in the military because of bone spurs acts like he's king for a day. And God bless the senators and everyone and the president for really going up in class by wishing him the best. And of course, we wish the families that were hurt, that gentleman that was killed, there's a couple of others in the hospital, and the trauma that people felt. They were interviewing that Republican Party when they were leaving out the gates. And I actually felt sorry for them because they were very sweet, kind people. They, you know, nobody said vulgar language like JD Vance did that, you know, arrest Biden immediately. You know, what? Excuse me? So let me ask real quick. Was that a bullet that skimmed Trump's ear? Listen, I'm using Morgan Greer cards. Was that a skin? I'll tell you, even President Biden is nervous. Because he had pretty good people around him, and the fact that this happened, okay, we're gonna look to see if this was all arranged, but I don't think it was. Don't kill the messenger. Okay, hold on. I tell you, he was running on pure adrenaline. When he stood up and that was adrenaline. He right now is feeling the effects because that was like, whoa. But I'm telling you, that's why the doctors didn't come out and say, yes, we addressed former President Trump. He had shrapnel from a glass or something like that. He doesn't, if he could get the Secret Service and the president not to say that that guy was a Republican, the one that shot him or shot at him, that he would have done that. If he was in office, he would have made it look like, it was a Democrat. I'm telling you. Okay. So this has scared him pretty good. Oh, guess who had the nerve to come out and give his opinion about Biden's administration and why this happened to Donald Trump? He wasn't saying Biden did it. He's saying Biden's rhetoric. Putin had the nerve to come out and say this nonsense. And this is the same man who pushes people out windows and likes to give them a tea laced with poison and help remove one of the best Russians ever, Navalny, and has just put out an arrest warrant for his beautiful wife and kids. This is how this guy rolls. So anyway, whatever. Nobody's listening to you, Putin. I want you to know this is actually all going to work out for the best. It will bring the people together. This is like the Ace of Cups, a new beginning. So was he actually hit by a bullet? I don't think so. He's stuck in his own story. He thinks that he was, but he wasn't. He doesn't want the public to know, which will eventually come out. I think the Secret Service will release it, that he's okay. And I asked, do you think all that money he's getting for people to donate to him for this incident will go to these families that were injured? Everybody on whatever platform I wrote said, hell to the no. Hell to the no. Okay, was it a frame? Was it a frame? Did this work out? Now listen, I don't know if any of you saw, but TMZ released a video of that side of that building where the guy Crook was up on with the gun, and a woman was screaming, Crook, what are you doing? Get down, get down. Crook, what are you doing? Get down. Screaming at the top of her lungs. Then you hear the pop, 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 pop. And then you hear more pops. And then, she's wailing. So this was either a mother or a girlfriend or something, but somebody was begging him to come down from that roof. So I think, and it might have been these people that came in with him, maybe were taken by the Secret Service or something to be interviewed. They're not saying, but I feel the way he got in there was probably some family. Okay. And I think he brought the gun before he arrived there. So it was hidden. Okay, so tell me, was this whole thing planned? Can you believe JD Vance? Well, we need to immediately arrest Biden. Who's we? And over whose dead body? Now that's how this would be if Trump was in office. We just make up a story and arrest people. That's how they used to do it. That's how Hitler used to roll. Let's just arrest and kill everybody just for the sake of it. Was this a planned deal? I got to be wide open. He was an hour late. I keep getting that it wasn't a bullet. Something flew, you could see it, but it wasn't a bullet. I think it was a piece of shrapnel from something behind him. Was it planned? No, because the tower is there. When the tower is there, it means it's unplanned. Something unexpected, something that people didn't think could happen. And it's caused a lot of chaos, a lot of upset energy, and people are just conspiracy theorists are going to town. I just love how President Biden came out. And I talked, you know, he barely talked to that president. Let me tell you the extent of the conversation. Hey, are you okay? Yeah. Okay, bye. That's the extent of conversation, because this guy isn't very nice. All right, you guys. News. We're going to get a lot of news soon. I guess Biden is having another, you know, can I tell you something? He's going to speak again to the Americans. He needs to come out more. He's got the pulpit. He needs to stand there and talk to the American people with all information, not just that. I think it will work on his behalf if he just sits there and says, ladies and gentlemen, blah, 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 or we have this bill going, or we're doing this. I just think the more he puts out there, the better it is. So the information will come out. It wasn't seen. Look at this, you guys. It was not something somebody saw, which kind of upsets Trump's base and Biden's base, because it's like, whoa, there was no chatter. Because remember, I told you there are some things coming up where there'll be chatter. There was no chatter. There was nothing. This guy didn't talk necessarily about wanting to kill the ex-president. So, you know, and Pelosi, God bless her. I want to extend my prayers to the family. She's so wonderful. You know how she's saying it, right? With her high heel right in his ear. She's saying it, but she don't mean it. But she's saying, I want to, you know, pray for the fans, to those people that were in the audience, because I saw those people. I got to tell you, it really gave me a soft spot in my heart for, even though they love Trump, but there was a lot of good people. They were shook up. They really believe what he says. And my heart went out to them. I really did. And these aren't the type of people to take up arms and go out and hurt others. You know, it's a good thing Trump didn't die. I mean, it's a good thing, because this would have really caused a lot of chaos in the United States, and with Putin right in the front carrying on. Okay, so the other thing is that, you know, Trump made fun of her husband who was hitting the hammer, and his son put a pair of men's underwear with a hammer and said, here's my costume for Halloween. Oh yeah, yakety yak, yak, yak. Well, what goes around comes around. And if you want to be ugly like this, that's why remember I told you, my guide said we have to be careful. Don't be talking trash. And, you know, even though in our hearts, we don't want to hate them, but we do. You have to let it go, let the arena, because our vibrational effort will keep this going strong. When I saw, like, there's going to be some chaos, there's going to be some people. Boebert just had a thing saying Biden needed to be arrested, and he planned this, you know, because she doesn't even have an education. What the hell is she talking about? But yeah, this nonsense, and then all those Republicans wore the AK pens, and my sister said, oh, wouldn't that be funny if they show up Monday and all the Democrats are wearing an AK pen? No, it's not funny, but yeah, it is funny. But no mercy to Pelosi, and no mercy to those beautiful babies that were all killed, because those AK blew their heads half off. And that's a terrible thing to say out loud, but that's the doggone truth. And, you know, what was it, Navalny, that those police, all those grown men were too afraid to go in because they knew that weapon would blow them in half. So, you know, I can't blame them for being scared, but babies, you know, I think well, of course, Trump said he would have gone in there, but I mean, when I'm hearing babies screaming, I think my life would be over, because I'd have to go in and do something. But Yeah. This is a terrible thing. What is the outcome? My beautiful guys. What is the temperature of the United States? You know what I keep seeing? I keep seeing when I had that dream of Trump in a coffin, in a glass coffin. I don't know why I keep seeing that. You know, Vince, even though he acts like king for a day, this shook him up. I'm gonna tell you, the adrenaline shot in him, like, because when he got up like that, because it's very painful, even if it was a piece of glass, to get the ear, and it bleeds very easily. That was his adrenaline, you know, fight. Who the hell are you gonna fight? Who the hell are you gonna fight? Fight who? That was a Republican boy laying up there. Who are you gonna fight? He always acts like it's somebody else, but that's okay, because people, let me tell you, those poor people who witness this, I don't know if they show up to another rally. They care about their life and their family. They don't want to be involved in all that nonsense. But yeah, all that chatter just shut off the minute the FBI announced that it was a republic. Okay, so what's the temperature of the United States? What's the temperature? It's going to be some battling, but victory in the battle. Look at the victory. We will get through this. It still might be, people will be thinking, oh, I don't know if Biden's going to win. I just want you to know he's going to win. Coming out of a place of non-movement, really moving forward. This is the fall time. The death card. So being that okay, so look, when I get the death card, unless I get the Knight of Swords or something, it's not a physical death, or the Five of Swords or the Ten of Swords. This is the death card with the Ace of Wands before it, which is, to me, is the fall. That's how I read it. You guys may read it different. I look at another ace card in the house. So this too shall end, and love will be given. This is like toasting of the cups. And there's a woman here. She keeps showing, because I kind of threw earlier just to check, see, was this, you know, I planned, and I used a different deck and it said no. But look, at God is with us. This is also can represent Biden, the king on the throne. People are saying, well, you know, even if it was a hit, he has immunity. I'll tell you, I read some of the funniest stuff. There's somebody that always says, is it too late? I can't even tell you that. I'd be kicked off of YouTube. I'm going to tell you right now. I can't even tell you some of the stuff they're saying, because we don't want to go there. Yeah. And yeah, it's, you know how you laugh about a joke and you realize you're going to burn in hell. It was like this guy wrote, I was in a gay bar, and when we got the news about Donald Trump, he said, I can't tell you what everybody said because we'll all burn in hell. I thought that was so funny. Anyway. You know, this is taking a toll on Biden too. This is down the road. This is after Biden wins. He's working away. He's going to work hard to try to get things done. I've told you this before. Believe me or don't believe me. I said this way back when I saw Biden taking the second term. And I saw him in for at least 2 years. I don't necessarily think he's going to cross at all. I think he's going to get maybe some TIA or a little stroke or something. He might say, Kamala, I'm going to need you to take over. And she'll do a real good job of it too. So I just want you to know I've seen this before. Okay, so it's gonna hit something else. You know, there was a poster that Trump sent out to everybody that he was coming to the rally in Pennsylvania, and he had big news. And he said, this is the bottom piece of it. It said, do you want to hint Ben, B-E-N? Something about replacing Kamala Harris. Vice President Kamala Harris. Obviously, what he is saying is he picked the new vice president to run. But he used the word Ben. And remember, I told you guys a while back, I saw him on a show and he said he knew who his VP would be. I saw it, I heard it, and unless I dreamt it. And he said it was going to be Ben Carson. And I remember thinking, what? But then it made sense because Ben's kind of flatline, you know, no troubles. So now he wasn't able to announce that guy, David Feldman, that guy I really liked, he says, well, the news is out. Donald Trump has picked a new running mate. All he needs to do is measure his neck. Oh, David, you're terrible. So anyway, so he knows who his running mate is. It's not JD Vance. I don't know why I know that. I'd be shocked if it was JD Vance. Can we take a quick look see at the new running mate, that Donald Trump, and then we'll look at the Republican event that starts Monday. Should we get popcorn, you guys? He wrote on his Truth Social, oh, I was even thinking about maybe not being able to go. And then I realized, no, I'm not going to let that assassin try to change my mind. He forgot to say the Republican assassin. I just can't get over that woman screaming. That we're going to hear more on that. We're going to hear more on that. And I do feel somebody's going to say it wasn't an actual bullet that got him. It was a grazing of a shrapnel or something. Okay. Tell me about Trump's running. But isn't that interesting? I'll give you a hint. Ben, B-E-N. Just saying, it's definitely a male. It's going to blow everybody's mind. He even said on the thing, it's going to blow your mind. People have been waiting patiently. Not a very good choice. Judgment is there. People will say, I'll choose somebody that's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. It's not going to work out at all. I got to ask something, you guys. Of course, you guys always say, yeah, Linda, ask. I want to know what the purpose of that shooter. I can't pick him up because he just died. Let me tell you, I tried to look at him, but psychically I picked up that he was standing next to his body. And he was like, what just happened? But what was the purpose? Why did you want to assassinate the president, the former president? Oh. Yeah, but it was sort of a stupid, it's kind of like an idiot. He was thinking he could start a war, a civil war. But what happened is, you know, he had no ID on him when he went up there. But they would have found out who he was and that he was a Republican. So how do you start a war with a Republican when someone of their own shot them? What was the purpose of you attempting this this hit? What was the purpose? Basically, what were you thinking? Here we go. It's like he felt he got instructions from something. That can be a God card, instructions from God. He wasn't very happy with his own life. He is a child. Mentally, he's not that good. And he just felt, F it. I'm just gonna create this war. He wanted a war. And he wanted people in the world to think that it was all a Democrat thing. Oh my God. Let me know, write me, you guys. Does anybody know when he actually donated like $15 to some Democratic thing? Because I think it was something that he did to maybe not look like he was so Republican. But I almost feel like, but he was wearing all the gear with the maggot. He wanted to cut him out and create chaos. He was very disappointed in Trump. Was it because he liked Nikki Haley? No. why did you decide? He wanted to create chaos. He wanted to start, they may even find this out. He wanted to start, it's like, even Putin set up his own fake assassination attempt. But he wanted to create chaos. It's like the gentleman, what was his name? James Earl something, who shot our beloved Martin Luther King. He did that wanting to start a race war. And he nearly did, because we had a riot at my high school. So his purpose was sort of like kind of stupid. Like he didn't think things through. And I don't think he was directly trying to hit people in the stands, but he somehow, it got to them. And the fact, let me tell you something, the fact that the Secret Service did not get him when the BBC showed that a gentleman was saying, he's there. There's a man there with a gun. They were telling them, and they were up on the roof. And the guy said, I was even shocked that Trump came out. I figured they'd keep him back while they get this guy. And they were looking, but they couldn't see him. He was in a place that they couldn't see. This Secret Service and these people, there's some trouble. There's going to be a hearing, and some people are going to get reprimanded. Because it really was just all this stuff. It was supposed to happen, you guys. As terrible it was, a man losing his life, this was supposed to happen. And God bless, President Biden is taking this and he's running with it. But he's not running with it in a bad way. He's running with it in a good way. What do they have to say about a man that's wishing only the best? And did you see Melania? My son and I watched, and we thought for a moment there we were going to be free. No, I mean, our lives would be changed. I guess Ivanka actually said, I love you, Daddy. I've always loved you. But I can't stand being around here. Couldn't take the smell anymore. Daddy. Okay, so there was something else I wanted to hit on. I have to tell you guys something. Biden is going to be okay, but tables turn if this had happened to our president. It would cause such an uproar, not of people going out with guns, but more of everybody going into the voting booth and making sure Kamala gets in there. Nobody would vote for a Republican. They would lose votes tremendously. So I don't want you guys to worry. I also wanted to look at the Republican committee one more time. The big event where we're going to get popcorn, peanuts, ice cold beer. I just want to ask real quick, will there be actual outlays of violence? We were all picking up that something would happen. I wonder if it was actually this event that happened the weekend before. That's the tower. I'm wondering about that. Because if things just go off, because they'll be watching that place, you're going to have people with guns looking at you from every direction. What will happen? The rest of the world, like Putin and everybody, they could care less if Trump got shot. I hate to say that, but they also, they love to look down at us. Yet they're just some of the horrible crimes, but they like to look at what savages those people are. I don't know why I just got that hint. Here's the new VP that he's going to introduce. People gathering together. Yeah, if anything, people are leaving disappointed. So it might be a rally that's not necessarily fun. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so the rally is going to have some downers, but not necessarily horrible attempts at hurting anyone. But I do see on the outside of this event, there will be some scuffles. Maybe with the Palestinian people, I don't know. I see scuffles. And what's happening with a lot of these maggots, they're looking for a fight. They want to fight. And that's so funny. People are saying Biden did this, Biden did it. The Supreme Court just said he has immunity, so even if he did, so what? But he didn't do it. Okay, you guys, I'm trying to see, was there one? I just want to concentrate on this. But let's just take a quick look-see at how the Republicans, especially those that thought Biden should step down, because we're almost going into office, are now feeling. I heard word is they're bringing down the rhetoric. They're not going down. I also heard that George Clooney, this is hearsay, is a little worried about his movie that's coming out in September. He's afraid that because people are so mad at him, they won't do his movie. I know I won't. Tell me about the rhetoric. Will it calm down, or is everybody on Biden's side? And it broke Biden's heart. This was not something people he thought were behind him weren't. Money is still going to keep coming in, and by August, this guy is moving forward. Look at this, you guys. 9 of Cups, wishes come true. People saying they're sorry. Kamala right in the middle of this, and look at this. What did I say? This man is covered by the realm way higher than what those other Bible people think. This man is, I told you, I saw Bo, I saw his wife that died, his daughter, I saw his parents. Vibrationally, they haven't taken other bodies, vibrationally powerful over there, that they were helping their son. And they were really feeling it was their responsibility. They can't change outcomes, but they can vibrationally put the good mojo on it. And that's what we as Americans are doing. We're falling in love with him. We're saying, you know, this too shall pass. And all this good stuff is coming in, but look at who Trump has on the other side. Cohen, his father, the mother. They said he never even looked at his mother. He barely spoke to her. Vibrationally, they can't give him that protection. He was running off, just like Andre said, that luck, you know, that he had something in his sign that he could do. He could have been a great guy, but he just used his powers to deceive. So now karma is catching up with him. This isn't the last of it. We're going to see it. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the other side. I think tomorrow's my day with Mel. Cheers.